Hi guys, it's us again. Have you ever been falsely diagnosed with a disease?
Or have you ever felt something wet in your pants?
Well, if you have, then you're really gonna enjoy today's special episode of Dish and Chips.
We got the dish! Okay.
Welcome back, you guys. I know you missed us. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween special, Spooky Ooky special.
I know I did.
If you haven't watched it yet, don't forget to
Subscribe! And go comment.
Don't forget to comment, and you can go catch up on everything. So, excuse us. Before we dive into today's topic, which is, embarrassing moments.
I'm so excited!
We have a few things we're gonna address.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, about the Reese's thing, we had someone comment at Jared. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't say names, Jared, but anyway, he didn't believe, or someone didn't believe, that I pronounced Reese's my whole life. But that was real.
Guys, she honestly thinks it's Reese's Pieces.
I literally would pronounce it Reese's Pieces.
Thank you to everyone who agreed with me. I know it's Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
I was raised right.
Well.
Good. Okay, so now that that's been addressed, guys, she's seen the truth now. She still will call it Reese's, but that's her own special thing, so that's perfect. We are going to address, we had a question on our first video, so we're going to pull out of our question bowl. Lots of options here, going for crazy, going, come on. Tell me when to stop.
Go, stop.
Okay, so let's read this question. This was provided by one of our viewers named Jack. It says, if you were stranded on an island and you could have 3 things to survive, what would you bring and why? What do you think?
I would bring a how-to guide on how to build a raft.
Okay.
Number 1. Then I would also bring Nutella, naturally. And then I would also bring probably a man.
Okay. There you have it.
You
I would start off with bringing my Hydro Flask. This
Oh,
thing keeps
get
water
out.
cold for at least 3 to 5 days. If there's one thing I can't survive with, if there's one thing I can't survive without, it's cold water. The second thing I'd have to bring is a box of matches. I don't really like using lighters because it kind of rubs the skin off of my fingers, so I'd have to go with the old-fashioned matches to start fires. And the third thing is just probably a really warm pair of socks.
Oh, that's so sweet, actually. The warm pair of socks.
I honestly think
love
that if I was put in that type of situation, I've watched enough TV shows that I could survive off the land.
Also, yeah, that's true. We're both trying to get on Survivor, so...
Or our own travel shows. So, either
true!
way, the Survivor would be a dream come true for both of us. We'll do a Survivor-themed episode. You guys are going to die.
Oh, wait, I love that.
Okay.
We will.
Well, we have a list. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the main event, ending with our most iconic, embarrassing stories.
Yes! I'm so excited, you guys. Literally... Okay, because mostly my mom and, everyone else is you should write a book on just all of the most embarrassing things that's happened to you, or the bad dates I've been on, because they're literally saying those don't happen to anyone else. These are awful. So I told them I was making a YouTube video with my good friend Nathan, and I was like, okay, you guys send in the embarrassing things I've done. And I thought they were just gonna be like, oh, well, I don't know, No, it turned into a roast, and they started, listing things, and so, anyway.
Guys, and these aren't just your normal, everyday embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
Yesterday, for example, I was at the bowling alley. Okay, I love to bowl. I was doing a tournament, and I got out of the tournament, and this guy was saying, oh, good bowling game. And I'm like, I don't really know you, but thank you. And he's like, she did amazing, to his friend. I'm like, what? And I turn around, and he was actually telling the girl sitting next to me that she did amazing at bowling, and I had responded, and he just looked at me so weird.
Oh, wait, that's tragic!
It was like, it really wasn't that good of a game. And I was like, he's just trying to make me feel better. But he was talking to the girl behind me who bowled her highest game.
Okay, that is funny.
So that's just, one of the most embarrassing. So what we've done, you guys, is we've each written a couple embarrassing moments. We're going to pick it up by random. I have Jocelyn's embarrassing moments, and she has mine. So we're going to start with one of Jocelyn's embarrassing moments.
Wait, those are yours. These are, yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
First story. Sneak out with the eggs.
Okay, this one is so embarrassing.
Go into more detail.
Okay, so basically, I was it was like after my senior year in high school, and me and my boyfriend had broken up, but I was like, I'm gonna sneak out with him and go to Walmart, I think we did. And so I literally snuck out at like midnight because like my parents go to sleep at 9 p.m. And so I'm sneaking out and like everything was fine. And then I get a call from my mom and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, so I just come clean and I'm like, oh, I'm at Walmart, whatever, I'll be home. And she's like, okay. But I come back and like, my ex is like, who is that standing on the patio? And it was my mother in like probably a bathrobe, and she was like standing there like looking at me while we drive up. And so my ex is like, I'm not gonna drop you off in front of your house. And so I don't even think he dropped me off in front of my house. He just like,
that's tragic.
I know, it was so embarrassing. And then I don't think we talked after that forever.
If you're watching this, you're not forgiven, whoever this ex
no!
is.
Actually, we're really good friends, and I love his wife.
That's embarrassing too. All right, my turn. Pull me out a story. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. Game show clues. What is that?
Okay, so this one, I promise you guys, I blocked out of my memory, and this is off the facts of my brothers. So right after I graduated high school, we went on a family cruise, like a last big shindig vacation. And during that cruise, they have lots of different activities. And something you guys know about me is I love game shows. I love Family Feud. I love them all. I love Price is Right. I love them all. So on the cruise itself, they had a game show thing that I was so excited to go to, you guys. So we go, and I'm wanting to like be involved. And so I raise my hand to answer one of the questions, and the spotlight gets shined on me. And basically, you had to guess the action that someone was doing. So like clapping. So what the action was basically like they're jumping up and down like this. So I said the kangaroo hop, and I got shut down. It was the bunny hop.
Oh, yeah.
But my face as I got shut down to do my dream to be on a game show was apparently so sad that it made everyone sad. And this is the embarrassing part. It was replayed every night on the cruise TV. So every night as we're in bed, you would turn it on, and it would replay me getting the answer wrong.
Oh my gosh, and you were just...
And that was like one of the first few nights of our 7-day cruise.
Oh my gosh!
I promise you, I have no recollection of this. Like, I do not remember this at all. I
I would have died. I'd have been like, bye.
That's what it was. I got the answer wrong. I was the only one.
That is so
Because I confused the bunny hop and the kangaroo hop up. And I was not tragic.
That is actually so tragic.
Okay. Notes from mom.
Oh, so my sweet brother reminded me of this one. So when I was in elementary school, and actually I don't know if this is very embarrassing because I was so young, but I was in elementary school probably like 5th grade, and everyone, like all of my friends would pull out these notes from their lunchbox and be like, oh, have a good day, sweetie.
Did you write your own notes?
Yeah, and so I wrote my own notes and I'd sign them like from mom. And it's like in 5th grader handwriting, but I was like, all my friends will think this is like from my mom because my mom loves me. So the embarrassing part is my mom found the notes and was like so distraught that she started writing notes to me.
Oh, that's so sweet and tragic at the same time.
I know, it was like a sweet moment for little
sweet
me.
Jocelyn.
Okay, ready? Oh, I don't know which one I want to do. Oh, locked out.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This one's a good one. This one was really tragic too. So I was a camp counselor over the summer, and we would be staying in these college dorms that you have to have an old-fashioned key to open. Basically, you share a room with somebody, right? And you have to go outside your room to go to the bathroom. So it's like 4 a.m. I have to pee so bad. I'm debating whether or not I should wake up like at 6:30 or something just to like stay in bed because I hate going to the bathroom in the middle of the night because you get cold. And then it like wakes my body up naturally. Anyway, but it was at the point where I was literally debating for like 20 minutes. I was like, I'll just go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I come back, try to open the door, and it had locked me out at 4 in the morning. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, I don't live here. I'm just here for a couple days.
Wait,
I have no number to call. I have no, like, I just met this person yesterday in the afternoon. So I start banging on the door for a good solid minute, and no one answers. And I'm like, I sit down. It's tiled floor. It's really uncomfortable and cold. I'm like, I could try to fall asleep for 2 hours. I could maybe go for a walk for 2 hours. But if I leave the building itself, I'll be locked out of the building. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just like another 15 minutes, probably 3 minutes passed, but it felt like 15. And I just start pounding on the door again until I woke up the other people in the other room, and then my roommate finally came in.
Oh my gosh, I'd be like...
I got locked out.
That
was
sucks
tragic.
actually for your roommate.
I felt really bad waking him up, too.
Honestly.
Because I don't think... Okay, wait. Sonic Cup Kiss.
This one's actually so bad, and I hope the person does not see this YouTube video, or then he will know it's about him.
What happened?
Oh my gosh! So basically, oh my gosh, where do I even start? So I went on this really crappy date with this kid, and I won't say names, so like, really, I hope he does not see this. So I go on this really bad date.
Is this the one that had hamburger in his mouth when he kissed
Oh,
you?
yes! Ah! So basically, I go on this really, like, seriously, it's so bad, you guys. I don't even know how to say it. But he, like, kissed me, and at first I was like, okay, whatever, like, we're on our way home. Like, I'm almost out, right? And so he kisses me, and it was, like, fine. And then he stops at a red light and, like, starts making out with me. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. He uses a lot of tongue. It's too spitty. Like, gotta get out. But, like, it wasn't, like, awful.
Yeah.
And so until we, like, drive up to my house, and then he, like, gets out of the car and, like, starts making out with me hardcore. And I'm like, get me out of here. And all of a sudden... And by the way, I'm not out of the car yet. Like, he's out of the car, putting his face into the window, you know what I'm saying? And I'm, like, still in the passenger seat, like, what's going on? And so he's, like, making out with me ferociously. And so I'm like, what do I do? And so there was hamburger still in his mouth from the date, and it gets into my mouth, and I am literally, like, already done, and, like, it was so nasty that I started, like, dry heaving, but he thought I was just getting more into the kiss. Until I literally had to, like, push him away and grab his Sonic cup and, like, throw up into his Sonic cup. And then he was just like, are you okay? And I just said, I think I have food poisoning. And I left. Oh, it was so embarrassing.
That's
so
gross.
bad. So
It's like
gross.
almost as bad people eat corn nuts.
True. Oh, true.
That was a good one.
Anyway, okay.
Oh gosh, I already know what was next.
Testing center.
Okay, guys, this one's good. So this was my first time at the testing center, and for all of the college students know, like, you enter the testing center, no smartwatches, your phone needs to be turned off. Like, you have to make sure if any sound goes on, you're failing your test. So I'm in there, I'm taking my first test of my college career. It's extremely difficult. It's a history test. I literally am like, I don't know any of this. I don't know any of this. And so, like, as I'm walking to my seat, I'm just staring at my test, right? I don't look. There's one door that's an exit that's poorly labeled. So I finish my test, I'm exhausted, I'm done, and I walk up, and I see these two big doors that I assume are an exit. No one's, like, you can't hear it, like, you could hear a pin drop right there. And on the door it says, not an exit, alarm will go off. But I'm just staring at it, and I'm like, I have this test in my hand, I know I failed it, I have no idea what to do. So then I start trying to open this emergency exit, and it's one of the doors. It's one of the doors that has, like, a bar, so it's got boom, 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 and it's not opening, and somebody has to come up and tell me that that's not the exit, and everybody, I assume there's probably 500 people in that testing center, everybody's head turned and looked at the idiot who's trying to open the door that's not even an exit.
You're just like,
And I have to, the worst part is from that door, I had to walk in front of everybody all the way to the actual exit, and everybody was staring.
wait, I would have died.
And it was silent, so as I was trying to open up this door, it was banging so loud. And luckily, I wasn't strong enough to open that door, or else an alarm would have gone off. Every time I go into that testing center, I think of that story.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
That one killed me.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, if you guys thought these were funny, just you wait, because here comes our
True.
iconic embarrassing moments.
Yeah, do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I'll go first. So basically what had happened is I was at the point in my life where I needed to start donating plasma to make a little extra money. So I started donating plasma, and I was rooming with my brother at the time, and one day he went out to check the mail, and it was a letter addressed to me that said, confidential, open immediately. So naturally my brother opens it, and it says that I have issues with my blood work, right? So I'm in class, I get a text, I'm freaking out, I'm like, I'm dead, I'm sick. So I leave that class, I stand up and leave. I'm like, I can't focus on anything else right now but my blood work, which came back, you know. And so I rush over to the plasma center place, and I'm talking to this dude who's not even a doctor. He's got scrubs on. I'm like, I have this letter in my hand. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then he pulls me aside, like, he sits me down. He's like, well, it shows in our system that you have syphilis.
Syphilis!
And I was like, what's syphilis? He's like, it's an STD. And I'm like, oh. He's like, but you need to get that checked out by a real doctor, right? And I was like, okay, well, I just won't tell anybody. Well, since my brother knew I had an appointment with the plasma center, I ended up telling him. And then he told my whole family, and I was called Sif Boy for a little bit.
For a long bit. We still call
Yeah.
him Sif Boy.
Fun fact, I went to an actual doctor, got my blood tested. My veins are always amazing. The nurse always compliments me, and I don't actually have syphilis. But it was a really embarrassing story.
That's really embarrassing.
I'm still trying to live it down.
Oh my gosh. Also, I'm just gonna say this even though he
Okay,
doesn't know
say
I'm
it.
about to say it. This was also during the time that he had lumps in his armpit. And
That was going to be another one of my embarrassing stories.
and we literally thought he had cancer.
I had lumps in my actual armpit. I had to get them
Yes.
ultrasounded.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing moment with that is I had to call, and when I scheduled my ultrasound, they sent me to the mammogram section.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember that! That
So I was there with my
bad.
mom with all a bunch of pregnant women to
Very
get my
funny.
ultrasound for my lumps.
That was funny. Okay,
Let's hear it, Jocelyn.
so everyone in high school knows this story, so please log off right now and don't roast me in the comments.
But don't forget to comment,
Comment
your
and
embarrassing stories.
subscribe. Okay, so basically, it was freshman year, and I had tried out for the volleyball team, and I got it. Well, I got the freshman team, which is like whatever.
Yeah,
And so I had a bunch of like good friends on the freshman team.
good.
And one day, it was like a smaller practice because a lot of people had to go like make up tests or whatever and get their grades up. So it was like, I think there were like 6 or 7 of us on the volleyball court. And so I'm like practicing hitting with one of my friends, and like just one of her reactions made me laugh so hard that I literally I sat down on the volleyball court because I like couldn't breathe, but I also couldn't control any other part of my body. And I literally peed my pants right there.
In front of everybody?
In front of everyone. And like, it wasn't like when you're in jeans, you know how it kind of like soaks it up and it's just like a wet spot on your
Yeah.
pants? It's not like that in spandex. So there was like this huge puddle on the volleyball court. And so I stand up and I'm like, Coach, I just peed my pants. And he said, okay, go change. And I was like, okay, but I also got to clean it up. And it was so embarrassing, and everyone else was laughing hysterically.
Oh my gosh, you
And
poor
so-
soul. You
and- yeah.
poor soul.
And I didn't have spandex to change into, so I had to wear my like urine spandex that day. It was so bad. Then to make it worse, I thought like my brother was gonna laugh about it, and all he said is, "Oh, Josie," and I was like, "Woo!" It was so bad.
That is so embarrassing.
Anyway,
Guys, we hope you enjoyed our fun, embarrassing moments. They're fun because we can all laugh about them now.
yeah, now we can.
Don't forget to leave your own embarrassing stories in the comments, and don't forget to
Subscribe.
Thanks for
Bye,
watching.
guys.